is when I went back to try to open the file so I could read the paperwork again, I couldn't get in. So my question is, do I have to start all over again, being that you already have my test, my scores and all of that? Do I have to start all over again, or can I somehow get back into that file?
So get back into what file specifically? So we send
The
PDF. If there's
file
files that we send,
you gave me the introduction to how the company your company operates. I just
okay.
hadn't signed the paper yet.
Oh, you mean the agreement? Is that what you mean?
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
understood. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, those agreements do expire. I do remember our conversation. We were getting ready to move forward, but then there were some things going on, and you just decided not to move forward at that time. But yes,
Yeah.
those agreements do expire. I do believe if it's over 30 days since we've contacted you, yes, you would have to go back through the process. Just because there's a lot of things that could have potentially changed from our last conversation, or review. But we'll have most of your information on file. We just have to review, confirm the current qualification for funding.
Okay, so then I'll just go ahead and make the appointment again to start again.
Awesome. That would be amazing.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate you.
Of course,
Bye.
you're very welcome. I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Okay. It looks like Amya. I hope I did I pronounce that right?
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Okay.
So thankful for all the information you're sharing. I am kind of new to this, so I have two questions. I was late paying a mortgage payment about a year ago. I paid on time for about 10 years. It was automatically withdrawn. Something happened with one of my bank accounts, and I didn't realize I had missed the payment. By the time I realized it was past 30 days, so it dropped my credit score from a little over 800 to seven something.
Okay.
Um, Also, there was something else going on where someone tried to open up, I think, an account at a credit union. Um, and no damage was done from that, but I ended up freezing my credit report, I think it is,
Hmm.
and it's still frozen. So what I've noticed is, even though I haven't had any other credit issues since that one mortgage payment, my credit score hasn't moved from where it dropped to. And I'm wondering if it's because I have it frozen. And with that being said, do I need to unfreeze it for my credit score to go back up? That's the first question.
Phenomenal question. So freezing, let me clarify here. Freezing is for new credit. So when it comes to your score, any lenders that you already have in your network, or in on your report, those are the ones that are going to report that history. So let's say, for example, you had an account with, I don't know, Capital One, right? Even though you have your account frozen, you still have that account data with Capital One. So Capital One is going to report that information on your behalf. The credit freezes or locks come in and matter for like new credit. So you would have to unlock it or unfreeze it if you are going to like get like an updated credit report or apply for something new.
Okay, thank you. So that would mean my interpretation would be that that's not what's causing my score not to go back up. It's just a matter of time, probably.
Correct. It's
Um,
primarily just a matter of time. Late payments are really impactful within 6 to 12 months. If they're over a year, you could still look at some opportunities for funding. It generally takes about 24 months, so like 2 years after that 30-day late payment, for that 30-day late payment to kind of not affect you as much. So
okay, I
it's
see.
just a little bit of time.
More time. Okay, so the second question is, I do little things around the community for small income, but I do it as a DBA, and now I would like to get a little bit more serious. So I think I would need to open an LLC.
Mhm.
Do I need to open an LLC? Should I do the LLC first before contacting your company? Or will you guys kind of help me through that whole process? What should I do first? as someone who's starting out. Under the doing business as, I do have a business credit card that I've been using, and that's about it.
Okay. So the first thing I would say is if you have some credit under that DBA, I mean, leverage it, right? You got some kind of funding, it's on a DBA, it's on hopefully like EIN, right? So depending on the credit card, it should be reporting to the EIN. So as long as that's the case, I would say keep it. As far as the first part of your question, whether you should set up a business and then, you know, come to us, we do help with all of those services. So we don't assume, again, that you know this information. You can go, like I said, I gave you a site, zenbusiness.com, and you can set up, you know, your business really anytime. But you don't have to wait to set up your business to, you know, contact us.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. All right. It looks like those are the last two hands. I'm looking at the chat as well, too. I just wanted to make sure we have about 12 minutes left. I just want to make sure while I was here, I was able to answer whatever questions that someone has. As I always like to say, no question is a dumb question. You know, we have to be able to ask questions in order to understand and make sure that you understand in your perspective as well, too. So again, there's no question is a dumb question. Let's see, the chat is, how does the funding process differ for a trust? So with a trust, it's asset-based. So trust is, you can get the trust funded, but you have to have verifiable assets and verifiable revenue or income for that trust. So like I said, with this, when you look at credit-based financing, it's more credit-based, right? So it's just credit. As long as you have good credit or you have cash flow or pretty much credit, you can operate through kind of freely through the banking system, and it's more streamlined. The process differs from a trust as it has to have verifiable assets. It has to have verifiable assets, and then it's not an automated process. So traditional banking is pretty automated. It's mostly computers at this time, but trusts don't work like that. It's more of a contract, so it requires more of a manual process, manual review. And the question was, just to clarify, was how does the funding process differ for a trust? So absolutely possible. It's just a little bit more paperwork, has to have verifiable assets, and just a little bit slower. Great question. Great question. Let's see. Any other questions so far at all? Anything I can make more clear? Anything at all? I'll check the chat.
I do have another question then.
Okay.
I would like to purchase a piece of land that is maybe about $20,000 to $30,000. Pretty sure I would have to have cash for it. Would the easiest way to do so, you know, once I get, let's say, a business established and so forth, to use a no interest credit card? Because I don't want to use cash that I may have, and I don't want to, you know, like do a HELOC or anything like that that's going to have interest.
Of
Would
course.
that be the easiest or simplest, or the way to go for such a somewhat small amount?
Let me see how to answer this. So you can absolutely use a 0% business credit card in order to do that. So the main question I would have to that is, how long do you know, are you holding the land for years? Are you trying to do like a quick flip? What is kind of the purchase of that property, and how long are you looking to hold it? As far as just $20,000, I think that anything under 50,000, I think 0% business credit cards are really easy to do, as long as you have the profile, you know, structure to do so, and there's not a whole lot of documentation. So like, if you're in a position to get funded, you could potentially apply for a 0% business credit card. If you're, you know, qualified, get the card next week, liquidate the 0% card, and then just go acquire, you know, the property. So it really just depends on time frame, opportunity, and how long you're really looking to hold that property. Generally, when I'm dealing with properties, this is why I talk about 0% business credit cards and business lines of credit being our biggest products because we work a lot with real estate investors. I typically suggest a business line of credit, but you can use a 0% business credit card to acquire it. The 0% business credit card, those are like introductory. So typically they're going to be anywhere from like 12 to like 18 months. There are some unicorns out there. Some of them are like for like 6 months. And then there's other banks that do like 24 months at 0%. That's why I ask about time. But it's absolutely possible to get a 0% business credit card, liquidate it, or use the card itself, acquire the property, and then a year later you can either move it to another 0% or do a business line of credit or exit the property. So it gets really creative. But that would just be my question there. Latoya said, I hope that answers your question, Omya. If it doesn't, please ask again. Latoya said, what's considered a verifiable asset? So typically trust things aren't financed through the trust. So verifiable assets are things like houses, cash, statements, gold, real estate. They're other businesses that are like performing, that maybe the trust controls. Anything that those are kind of like the best examples. So anything that's pretty much paid off or generating revenue or has value that the trust actually owns or controls. So that would be, I hope that answers your question about what's considered verifiable assets. And then it looks like, yep, she said, thanks. And then it looks like Myrna Roman, it looks like you have a question now as well. You can unmute and go ahead.
I'm sorry, did you call me to ask a question? Yes, I'm so sorry. My child
No
was
worries.
asking me a question at the same time.
No
My
worries.
question for you was that I have a business that has been established since about I want to say like 2017. I can't tell you right now, but it is set up as a hobby. Like the information that you was giving was like very good information, great, on point. My business is set up as a hobby and I need to transition it into a more structured business to be able to get approved for these fundings and other things that I need to like truly capitalize on this business.
Awesome.
You said that your company does that structuring, correct? I just want to clarify that.
Yeah, so we can advise on it. So anytime that something comes to, so a business is like a person. Anything can be updated at any given time. Those updates have to be done through the Secretary of State.
Correct.
Yeah, so yeah, Florida would be Sunbiz. But yes, we can absolutely help you get the structure your company,
Get the
for
tools that I need. Like you'll set me up
there you
like
go.
this is what you need
There
to
you go.
do in order to get your stuff looking correct.
There you go. Yes, ma'am. That is
Oh,
correct.
phenomenal. Thank you, Brian. You have a wonderful day.
You're very welcome. You too. All right. I've got a couple more minutes left. I'm checking the chat just to make sure. Nothing else in the chat. I got like 4 minutes left, and then I do have to go. I just want to make sure last minute, no one has any last minute questions, concerns, anything that I can clarify further for you. Give it like another minute or two just to make sure. All right. Was always, oh, there we go. Do you need a business if you already have a trust? So, do you need the business if you already have a trust? It's a depends. So, if your trust has established credibility and it has assets, and you want to get funded under that trust, you absolutely can. I touched base on earlier, for me personally, if it's the trust that Christina teaches you how to do, I like to keep my trust private. Therefore, I don't ever want my trust in the public. Anytime that you engage with the public banking system, you are operating in the public. So for me personally, I establish businesses like public entities like LLCs, corporations, in order to operate in the best interest of the trust and then keep the trust private. That's my personal strategy. That's what I found to work best for what I'm looking to do. But if you want to get a trust funded, you can absolutely get it funded. as long as it has the assets that I was talking about previously. Samsung S24 asks, do you need the business if you already had a trust? That was the question for that. So I was clarifying that. And then CF said, thank you. You are very welcome. And it looks like Lawan Payne just raised their hand. I can see, but you're muted as of currently.
Yeah.
There we go.
Gotcha. I have a question regarding what you just said.
Of course.
The opening the bank account for the trust, does that move it into the public domain, or is that only requesting the funding for the trust moves into?
Depending on, there are certain banks, depending on where you have your trust open, there are certain banks that will want a lot more information to kind of, fully break down your trust. But there are certain banks that you just have to do, like, the declaration of trust. So no, it doesn't automatically move it into the public domain. But when you start dealing with public banking, like credit products, personal credit, business credit, they're going to be reporting that information to public record. So when you start using credit products, that's when it gets moved into public domain.
But standard checking savings accounts keeps it siloed and somewhat
correct.
Okay.
Generally speaking, yes. There are certain banks that operate a little bit differently, but yes, generally speaking, yes. And then, does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. By the way, I love the library. I love the library behind you. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Extricated Mind said, thank you very much, Brian. You are very welcome. You guys, I appreciate you. Christina, thank you as always. Yeah, that's a great library. So I appreciate you guys. I hope that I provided a lot of value. I try to be very thorough. Again, I always try to set very clear expectations and very applicable information. So I appreciate you guys' time. If you want to work with us, I would love to work with you and ultimately help you figure out the first steps to get you funded. Christina, 7 Ways, as always, thank you. I look forward to hearing from you guys very soon. With that being said, I do have to go, so I will talk to you guys very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. We appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So that was an awesome session with Brian. Give me some quick feedback. Did you guys enjoy that session, learning about, OPM, getting funding, what the banks look for, how to be properly structured, how to set up your LLCs and stuff like that? Deborah said, I Howard. What'd you say, Monica?
I actually liked, I'm going to be connecting with him because I like that he can help you get all the way structured like you need to be, and that he's already connected with the resources, so you don't have to try to go out here and look for it yourself.
Exactly.
I just like everything. Yeah.
It's just
nice to be able to connect, because I work with businesses. Even I work with businesses who, if I tell them about him, they're going to be like, sign me up.
Yep.
We've gone to different workshops or different events and things with different type of funders, and it still just seems so difficult to try to get the funding. But he made a lot of good points, because if you're not even structured right, that could, give you a denial, or just not even knowing the different just about the different opportunities there could be to get OPM. So yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it was really good. And you're so right. That's what, it's not like the blind leading the blind, right? Like, Brian is just leading you in the right direction because he's cultivated all of these banking relationships. So, sometimes when I'm speaking to him, he's like in the bank with his client in front of the banker. I'm like, dang, that's commitment. I don't know.
Another thing that I actually appreciate about him, because I feel like with my business, I'm kind of structured like this, but so I perform services and do work, and then I invoice my clients, because I like for them to see that I've done something that is bringing value to them. So the fact that he said, listen, I don't even charge you to start. We just what he called an offering. Like that really says a lot about to me, like character and just purpose and commitment to what he's doing. And he know he's gonna produce results. So that's why he like, I ain't even tripping. If I get results, I just want a little small thank you offering. I really like that.
Yeah, it is. I know, and that's what I love too, is that he can bet on his performance because he knows that him and his team are able to get you the funding that you need as long as as long as you adhere to his guidance, right? So that just sets him apart from everyone else. It's like, yeah, we're gonna do all this work, we're gonna get you all this money, and you can pay us later. So it's beautiful.
Which is rare for business, right? That's a rare thing. You don't get that really in business.
I know. That's why we only bring you the best in the business. Okay, honey?
Can I say one thing, Christina?
Yes,
Okay.
Namir.
So this whole playbook, right? Like right before I met you and came into the community, right? I was like, I think it was Credit Suisse as well. A lot of information had came from, and it was like they charging like $4,000. I had jumped on it one time. I was like, I ain't paying all this money, right? So that's when I found you, like in the same time. So I'm like, I get the trust. I get like you just too much, girl.
Yeah. No, honestly, I flushed down 4,000 with Credit Suisse too. I did it too a long time ago. I think it was like 2016 or something. I did it too.
No, but I'm saying
Yeah.
just the information that you're giving. You don't people that really don't know how much value that you be dropping, girl. Like it is awesome. Like at first I was like, she tried 10 grand to do it. I remember when I first came on, I'm just saying my thoughts at the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then just when you think about it, like a lot of these people are just here to just get over. That's just the American way, I would guess, to say, or whatever the case may be. But it's like you don't come in like that. You came in green, and people looked out for you, and you like, you know what? I'm not gonna have nobody else green. I'm gonna let nobody else get stepped on. That's why I call you Mama
Exactly.
Tina, girl. That's why I call you Mama, because you make sure we good, and I'm grateful to be a part of the community. I ain't doing like I supposed to, but listen, I tap back in and get lit when I need to now.
Right? Exactly. You're so funny. Exactly.
I know. But I
Yes.
just want to say, man, I know I tell you all the time, but it is the honest to God truth, man. You are definitely sent from above, girl. Like I'm telling you, it's awesome.
I'm just on mission, so this is what it looks like. This is what it
Girl,
looks
it looks
like.
good.
It's what it looks like when you receive that divine information from God and you do what God tell you to do. God is the one that told me to start sharing trust with
Absolutely.
people.
Listen,
Yeah.
you are the definition of pressed down. Look, shaking, pressed down, and overflowing. Oh my God. I love
He's
you.
so funny, Namir. I appreciate you. But you know what? I just appreciate everyone that's here in the community because all of you guys, y'all took the leap of faith. And you press the join button and you're like, yeah, let me get into the community. Let me hear what she's got to teach me. Let me hear from the other educators on OPM, on taxes, on all this stuff, right? So let me open up that door to see what I'm able to know, right? Because it's not only about obtaining the knowledge, but you got to apply it too, right? You got to apply it. And so that's what we're here for in this workshop, for you guys
And
to
we got a
actually get
lifetime.
into the trenches. Let's go, right?
And you got us a lifetime.
I was in a mentor program, a business mentorship, and this is what I was gained from that one thing. I gained from that. She said knowledge is only power if you use it. Because everybody say knowledge is power. Well, having a bunch of knowledge, which a lot of people have, is no power until you use it. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, it's applied
Another
knowledge.
thing about, yeah, and
Applied.
another thing,
Yes,
applied
ma'am.
knowledge, right? divine connections and divine connections. This is very important because just like the gentleman who was just on, like I watch a lot of, I don't watch TV, but I watch a lot of YouTube and it seemed like TV, but I came
Right.
across your video and it was like at the right time, like a lot of things that I've been going through and just my whole mindset of where I'm going. And then I connected with you. And it's like, this is a divine connection because how ironic is it that I see so much on YouTube and boom, you just showed up.
Yeah,
It's,
I
I don't
know.
know, it's just divine to me. It's
I
just a divine thing.
It really is. And I just know it because not only you, Monica, but a lot of other people in the community, they tell me, they was like, I was just praying about this. I was just thinking
Yeah.
about this. I asked God for this, all this stuff. So it's just a constant confirmation because I know without a shadow of a doubt, right? Because God is the one that gave me the name of the business. So God is my business partner. So God brings all of the people to the community. So that's what you were guided here. You was guided here intentionally to be a part of this community. So it's
Yes.
just it is divine. It is divine and it's extremely powerful and it just lets you lets me and you know that the other people that you're connecting with are just like you, right? And so I know without a shadow of a doubt that I am a generational curse breaker and then I also connect with others that are generational curse breakers. Me and you, Monica, we have had several conversations and you are a generational curse breaker. You are changing the trajectory of your family. Everyone on this call, right? So, with that being said, of course we're going to come together in a community because we are doing the same thing. We're on the same path. The same path, that's the same path that we on. So, of course, we're going to be attracted to each other because we're intended to do life with each other. So, let's do it. Let's get on the journey together.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. That's so true.
And
Everything.
Christina, and
Yeah.
Christina, I just want to say this: you ain't hard to look at, girl. Oh my God, look,
Yeah. Oh my God.
no,
You so funny,
I'm just
Namir.
saying. I'm
Why
just
is
saying. It's
Namir
like an
so funny?
listen. There's like an incentive with this. Like I'm like, girl, how is she getting all this information? And listen, I'll be drunk half the time. I'm trying to listen, so I had to turn your camera off, girl. I can't even look at you and listen at the same time. Be distracted.
You are so funny. I cannot with him. Namir is the funniest person in our community, you all,
Oh my
okay?
God.
And we
This,
love him unconditionally.
oh my, there's so much love though. You
I
have
think
no
it's
clue
a
though,
question in
Christina.
the
I
chat.
be I be bragging about you all the time to people. They don't even know. Like, who is this Christina you always talking about? I say, girl, this lady be pouring into me all the time and she don't even know it.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna open up the floor for Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, I see Omya has a question. Do you have a question for me? Or is it a question or that was that a question for Brian? I'm not sure. But if
No,
you
that's a
guys have
question for you, Christina. I'm sorry.
oh
I could
yeah,
raise
it
my
says,
hand.
oh, what do we use the trust bank account for? That is such a good question. So you use it for trust funds. Now you need to understand that you are not the trust is not you. So if the trust has money, that money belongs to the trust. Now, those trust funds, where are you going to house it, right? Where are you going to put it? Are you going to put it under the mattress? Are you going to put it in a safety deposit box? Are you going to put it in a checking account, cash management account, money market account? So the reason that we open up a bank account is so that we're able to move money around with the trust without commingling funds because you're not going to use your personal bank account, right, with your personal name. So we want to do things the right way. And so that's why you need a bank account for your trust. Because if you have assets in your trust, then those assets are the financial responsibility of the trust. And if there's an expense associated with that asset, that expense needs to come from the trust. And so typically we pay it out of the trust fund. That was a good question.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So we're not commingling funds, okay? Proper documentation, that's just key. So, what else? Lydell, you had something to say? I know you had came off of mute.
I was just gonna back up what Monica had said and some of what the last guy can't remember the name.
It's
But
Namir, the infamous Namir.
okay, the beer. But like what Monica was talking about, how she was impressed with not having to drop anything for him to get started. I just want to share with you one time when I had to try to go see some. I tried to acquire a EEO firm when I was working, and on two separate occasions, two different firms, they wanted $2,000 just to hear the case, and that didn't even uh, mean that they were going to accept it. So for Brian to be able to, help people out without having them to put up any money and everything, and then like work off of, what he gets you, is really, really a gem. Because if I would have went with either one of those people and they decided my case wasn't valuable enough for them to take it, then I just would have been out of $2,000 for either one.
Exactly. I cannot believe that. And that's not fair. And so that's why I love, what Brian is doing, and it just really speaks volume. And so I'm happy that you guys trust me, because you guys are open to the people that I introduce you to, that I bring into the community, and I say, hey, this is a person that I've learned from, I've worked with, and I would love for you to learn from, and I would love for you to work with this person. So it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
And
Yeah.
also appreciate all the gems you ever drop, and also to piggyback on what you just said. So for some of the new people who are here, there was a message that Christina sent out to us. We were supposed to be having a Zoom meeting, and there was someone that she was working with that she didn't feel comfortable. Something that taken place and transpired, before she brought him in to meet us, and so she let us know that she didn't feel comfortable with his presentation or whatever it was he had to offer us, and she severed ties with him. And so she sent a message letting us know that she will not be introducing him to her community, which is our community as well. So she's also protecting us in all kind of ways that you might not even realize that she's protecting you in. So just want to let you know she has integrity, and she does this out of her heart. She doesn't do it for the money. She want to see the community back on the path of Black Wall Street once again. That's what we need to be headed towards, and she's the conductor, and she's taking us there. So you can put your trust and value in her.
A
Thank
real
you for
mama.
saying that.
A real
Thank you.
mama.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you so much.
welcome. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I appreciate that because I'm very transparent. And so, Lydell is right. If I don't trust, a person or their process or their program, I will let you know. Like, no, because I'm human, and I make mistakes. So there was an individual that I brought in, and he did a lesson on crypto, but then other community members called me and was like, oh, this person, took money so that they could trade and all this stuff. And I was like, no, that's unethical what they're doing. They're breaching contracts. They're doing all this stuff. So it's like, I'm not working with this person. And I sent a mass text and email to everybody. And I'm like, do not work with this person because they're moving differently now. And it's not, it's not with integrity. So I'm always going to protect you guys, and I got your back. And I'm always going to bring the right people. And if I make a mistake, I'm going to correct my mistake. And I'm going to let you guys know, hey, this is not the person that you need to be talking to or dealing with, when it comes to any of that information. So thank you for saying that. You know what I want to say too is Lydell and we met in person. We met in person at we did. We met in person at a real estate event. You know, I gotta show off like that. Wow, I don't
No,
know.
no.
I don't know why he acting like that now, guys. Hold on, hold on. Hold on.
Are you
I
trying to
have
make me
some.
blush, man?
No, I'm not making you blush. Hold on. I have to show you. I have to show y'all. I have to show y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I could get it on my
Oh
screen.
boy.
But hold on one second. Let me see here.
Yeah, that we had a ball. That was a very informative trip that we had as well. So
Yes, let me see. Sure. It don't want to come up. Hold on.
I'm blocking it.
No,
I'm blocking it.
you can't.
Ooh.
Yes. Hold on. Let me get my Zoom together.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here it is. Y'all can see it. Y'all see the photo? Do y'all see the photo with me and Lydell?
Look like everybody ran. Everybody
Yeah, we
ran at
see it.
Yes, we see it.
Look, I can't
Yes.
wait to get my picture in
I
Ghana.
right. Where you at, Namir?
I'm all the way in Washington State.
You in what? Last time I checked, you was in California.
Yeah, but I'm Washington State now. You ain't the
Oh.
only one be moving around, girl.
So I just want
Look,
to let you
I ain't like
guys
you though. You
know.
international. You
I
international and
know.
global.
Yeah,
I ain't like that.
and I want
I'll
you
be there
guys to be
soon.
international too. So
Yes,
we
look
always have.
soon, girl, soon.
I know we always have opportunities to meet in person. So if you guys stay connected with the calendar, then I'll let you guys know like where I'm at in person. And also I'm inviting you to these events too. So like next month in September, I'm speaking at a conference in Miami. So you guys are going to be receiving the invitation for that. And then I'm speaking at a real estate conference here in Atlanta, and it's with Abdul Shabazz. That's where me and Lydell met. So he came in
Yeah.
person. I think it was last month. So he's doing one.
Yeah.
Was it last month or June? It was June,
I
right?
think
Or
it was
July?
June, yeah.
It was
June. I
June.
believe it was
Yeah, so he's having another one in September. So if you guys want to come to Atlanta, or if you guys are local, you're more than welcome to come. And then the one that I'm most excited about is Ghana. I'm super duper duper excited because I want to be able to travel outside of the country with you all. And so I haven't had the opportunity, as much traveling as I do, I haven't had the opportunity to put something together for us to travel internationally, and then the opportunity has presented itself. So I'm speaking at a conference in Ghana, and the founder, she curated this whole entire tour for us because I told her I wanted to invite my whole entire community. So she's gonna come and talk to you guys tomorrow just to give you some more information on the tour and the conference. And the dates for those are December 13th to the 20th. So if you guys want the opportunity to, to go to the continent of Africa, which a lot of us haven't been, but that's going to be my third country in Africa. For you guys to look at like investment opportunities, business opportunities, for you to look at even getting a passport and citizenship in Ghana, and then also to do all the touristy stuff, because we're going to do all the touristy stuff, right? Going to the coast, going to the I think it's called the final walk or the last walk. Going to the castle. We're gonna do all of that stuff, and then to top it off, the tour is the first 4 days, and then the last 3 days is the conference. So we're gonna be talking about AI, entrepreneurship, education, investments. There's gonna be a lot of interesting conversations, like some heavy hitters, just in that space is going to be at the conference, and yours truly as well. So if you guys are able to, it's only $2,000. So that'll cover your whole experience, and all you have to cover is flight and hotel. If you guys are able to, I would love, love, love. And a bunch of you guys have said yes. So that's going to be the kickoff of us actually starting to travel together as a community and going to different countries. So I'm excited about it. So the
I got a
link is
question.
in the chat. Yeah, go for it.
Do you have a link like for the hotels and stuff too? Are we
Yep.
gonna have something special for us too?
Yes, we're gonna all be at the same hotel. So she already blocked off 100 rooms for us. Yep. We're gonna
Oh,
be at the
okay.
Yep, we're gonna be at the same hotel. So she's gonna come give us more information tomorrow. The link is inside of the chat. And then you will all get to ask questions tomorrow if you guys are interested. But go ahead and click the link so that you can just get some more information. And it's gonna be exciting, I'm telling you. It's gonna be like one of those life-changing moments, especially what we're gonna be doing on the tour. Like it's like she put in a lot of effort to put this together for us, and I'm grateful. And that's why I know that that this is the right opportunity for me to invite you guys. So the opportunity never presented itself. Like for you guys to come with me to Dubai or Nigeria or any of these places, it didn't present itself. But this Ghana is a game changer. So, with that being said, is there any final questions, comments, or concerns? If not, then let me tell you what to expect for tomorrow.
Well, real quick, I'm gonna try to make it, but had a
What?
few.
I'm going to I'm going to kidnap you.
Had a few things that popped up, and plus I have been back and forth to Chicago a couple of times since we last seen each other. So, yeah, one of the things is this car. it it needs some loving, and I'll tell you, it want a lot of loving. So, gotta take care of that. So, but hopefully some other things will work out before the trip actually transpire. But I'm gonna try to put some things together to make it though. Just want to, just in case I can't, just want to let you, put that out there.
Go stop that, man. You know you pulling up.
He
Now,
said you pulling up.
hey,
You
before this
know you
car needed
pulling
the
up.
love. No, before this car needed the love that it needs, I was good, man. Hey, I done got some estimates, and it's like, oh my goodness. But like I said, I still got some things that's working, so they probably come through before before everything happens though. So just had to keep you informed.
All right. I'm gonna check up on you, Lydell.
Oh, Christine,
All right, cool,
I
cool.
got one more question. When you was talking
Yes,
about the
sir.
crypto, that crypto ain't got nothing to do with the PAM account, do it?
No, 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 no. No, it's not the PAM
Okay,
account,
because
but
I was like, I don't get that. Cause
yeah, no, no, no. But it is the individual that we originally had trading. And so he was trading Bitcoin, and he was our trader for, let me see, for probably like 9 months. And so I introduced him to the community, and then a bunch of people signed up for his course. And I found out that he was accepting money from them on the side, and it was a breach of contract. And so they were having challenges with getting the money back. It happened to a handful of people. So to my knowledge, it was like 3 or 4 people. And so immediately when I found out, I terminated him from the partnership that we had where he was trading the PAM account. And then I notify the community. So I let everyone know because I'm just very transparent. It's one of my core values here at Seven Ways to Well. So I had to let you guys know that he is not doing, the proper business. He's not running the business the right way. And so he's doing like, sneaky stuff that we don't approve of. And so that's why I terminated whatever relationship that we had, business endeavor. So he was our trader. So he's no longer our trader. So we have a new trader. So she is a part of the community, which I love. And so I am intentional about cultivating the relationships with the people that are here because they're divinely guided here. And so she's amazing, and she's the one that has taken over the Pam account.
So is the same $1,000
So
in blah
yeah,
blah blah. It's all the same.
Yeah, well, it's not the same, so we dropped it. So instead of 1,000,
I'm asking because that's my next move.
Yes, that's a good one. So
Oh,
instead
it's less.
It's less, yeah, it's less. So so in order to open up your PAM account, you want to do it with your business trust. So you're going to open up that investment account with your business trust, and then you're going to put a minimum of $500, and then the split on your profit is going to be 70-30. So you keep 70% of your profit, and then the trading team gets 30%.
Oh man, so that's even better.
Yeah.
Where do you get that
I'm
information?
telling you,
I done missed out on something. What's the Pam account? I done missed out on something.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So Ivy, do you have the link? Do you have the link? If not,
get
I'll
more,
drop the link.
more.
Yeah. Yeah. So but yeah, so we've been running it for a year now. So we launched it August of 2024, and now it's August of 2025. And so in the 12 months, we've generated 112%. So
Wow.
yeah, 112%. That's way more than the stock market is gonna give you. That's way
But you know
more
what's
than
so
the
crazy?
CD is gonna give you. Yeah,
Wow.
But you know what though?
yeah,
That first time you introduced him, right? Like I ain't saying I didn't trust it, but I don't know if I just didn't go. I won't motivated to go. I was, remember he was giving out the little special, and I was about to hop out there, and Spirit was like, "Better not, don't do it yet." You know, I try to listen to my spirit too. You know, I don't be second guessing.
you have to.
But thank God, look, I'm like, okay, now I see why. Sometimes we can't.
Yeah,
And then he'll reveal it to us later. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
But I'm glad I asked that.
Yeah, I know, right? I
Me
No,
too.
when you
agree.
said crypto, I was like, hold up, I ain't saying but one crypto dude. Hold on, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah, because he was doing Bitcoin. So yeah,
Yo,
I'm
I
gonna
thought he
drop.
was so cool too, man.
Yeah.
Ivy, where you at? Where the link? Think Ivy on a break.
I know, I'm not sure. Ivy, are you available? She probably
Yeah,
doesn't
that
have
was
the.
the offer he put out there.
Let me see.
Let me see.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna grab it now.
Promotion offer. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I found it.
Awesome.
There it is.
So is a new link or is it the same link?
No, it's the same link.
Okay. Man, you are the.
Oh, so who is CF?
Yeah.
Shari.
Shari?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see your message.
Okay.
I see your message. So, so the team will be able to assist. Okay. All right, guys. So let me tell you what to expect tomorrow. So tomorrow is well, your homework for today is one, finalize the asset inventory list, and two, book a call with Brian Dorsey and his team. Even if your credit is not where it's at. Okay. So they assist you with the whole process. So some people, they're on the fence and they're like, okay, well, I'm at a 620. I'm not there yet. All this stuff. No, move forward and at least get that application in so that you are able to, to get that initial evaluation with his team and see what you have to do to move forward. Okay. Now, tomorrow we are going to be focused on asset protection and taxes, okay? So initially what we're going to do is we're going to apply for our EIN for our private family trust. And then from there, I'm going to review the asset inventory list so that we can go through the list of assets that you're going to place inside of your trust. And then from there, I'm going to show you how to transfer your house into the trust, how to transfer your car into the trust, and how to transfer your businesses like your LLCs into the trust. And then after that, we are going to have our CPA come in and he's going to educate you guys and break down the 1041 that we, have seen and heard of. Okay. So that is how a trust files taxes. So he is going to be able to answer any and all tax questions that you guys might have. And he's going to go through the 1041 for you guys. And then after that, we're going to open up the floor for Q&A. So you would ask our CPA your tax questions first. We'll let him exit, and then you will ask me any questions that you might have on asset protection and how to transfer those assets into the trust. So that's what we're going to be focusing on tomorrow. And then I will have the founder of Diaspora District. She's going to come in and talk to you guys about Ghana for a couple of minutes. And then from there, we will conclude. So we got a lot planned for you tomorrow. So just get prepared. So tomorrow you guys are going to receive an email 1 hour before the workshop with the Zoom links, the resources that you're going to need, and the templates that we're going to be working on. Okay. So without further ado, I just want to say that you guys have an amazing Thursday. I'm so glad that you stayed on for the whole entire, workshop today. And a lot of you guys are so consistent. Y'all been on the whole week. So I'm just so appreciative of you because I know it's a lot of information to digest. And I want you to be able to take your time because retention is king. So what you want to do is you want to go back to the recordings if you feel like you missed something. And you want to also attend the next workshop as well because you have lifetime access and we want to see you forever in here. So our next workshop is going to be the last week of September. So that's going to be, I think it's September 29th to October 3rd. That is going to be the next workshop. So with that being said, you guys have an amazing rest of your Thursday, and I will see you here tomorrow, same time, same place, same space. Bye, everyone.
Wait.
Yes, ma'am.
This is Shari
Thank you.
again. You gonna get in contact with me, or what email should I get in contact with you?
Yes. Can you send a message to info@sevenwaystowealth.com or just reply to your email? Just press reply and we will receive it.
Okay, I did. I did that on Tuesday, but I didn't get a response. So I'll send it
From
again.
us? You sent it to
Yeah,
us?
I sent it to I replied to, I think Tuesdays, when you sent the invitation for everybody to join the Zoom. It's either Monday or
Okay.
Tuesday.
Okay.
I replied to
Ivy's gonna look for it. She's gonna
if
look for it
not,
now.
I'll resend it.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
But I was concerned, so I didn't know if something was up with you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, so she has a separate company. So she has a separate company and I don't know what's going on with her or her company. So I will have my team reach out to her team.
Okay. All right. I know she had gotten sick about a month ago, and I didn't know. I haven't heard anything from that, and she was supposed to send me some information. But okay, thank you.
You're
Um,
welcome.
I'll resend the message. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. All right, bye everyone.